Welcome back to America's Voice Live. The Associated Press recently ran a story with really grim stats from the Annenberg Public Policy Center about American civic knowledge, showing that a third of Americans are unable to name the three branches of government. Oh my gosh. As a result, states are pushing bills to require civic education. States like Georgia, North Carolina, and California, among others, are requiring undergraduates at public universities to take at least one American history or government course. Now, North Carolina undergraduates are required to take a certain amount of credit hours in American government and read important national documents under the REACH Act. Here with me now to discuss the rise of civic education is Campus Reform Higher Education Fellow and Professor of Political Science at Suffolk Community College in New York, Nicholas Giordano. Nicholas, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me, Michelle.
The number one question I have, you see it often. What do Americans typically not know outside of the three branches of government? What is something that you hear Americans say, I had no idea, and it just makes you want to pound your head?
Well, this survey doesn't surprise me at all. I've been in the classroom for nearly 2 decades, and I give my students a citizenship exam on the first day, and just about all of them fail it in this day and age. It really is sad. And I would say that they don't know the basic fundamentals. They have no idea what federalism is. They don't know that we're a republic. They are unaware of who is the current Speaker of the House. They don't even know who their senators are. And it really shows how we failed an entire generation by not teaching about American government and civics. Students that have been here their whole lives come into college and they know nothing about the country. And then they have opinions on every issue and they'll say the Constitution's old and outdated, and I'll challenge them and ask them, well, how is it old and outdated? What part exactly? And then they'll admit they never read it. So I think to myself, I've been screaming about this for nearly 2 decades, and finally, you have states that are starting to take notice. At campusreform.org, we just put up a piece about how nearly a dozen states are taking action where they're requiring colleges to teach about American government and our civic obligation within the system. And it's sad because it shouldn't have to wait until college. I mean, the reality is they should come in with this knowledge. They should have had already read the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution and the Federalist Papers. But at least they're taking notice and they're starting to make changes, because the biggest danger that we have is students can't defend what they don't know. And if they don't know the United States and the country they're from, how could they defend it with all the anti-Americanism that we're witnessing throughout our society?
So do you think that's why it's gotten so bad with the woke culture and these students?
I do believe we have the direct results. I mean, I don't think people realize how damaging it's been, but nearly 30% of Gen Zers are sympathetic to Osama bin Laden and believe that he had the right ideas. We now see it on college campuses where you have student groups, Justice for Palestine, that are promoting Hamas and Hezbollah, that are protesting in defense of terrorist organizations. So we're seeing the results of the students that are being churned out of this system that have absolutely no knowledge of American government. And to make American government a required course is absolutely necessary, especially considering that despite what you're majoring in, the government impacts every single aspect of everyone's life, yet we failed to teach it throughout the K through 12 system and even in higher education.
Can you imagine? My grandpa would be rolling over in his grave if he knew that students were defending Osama bin Laden. Thank you so much for being with us today, and I wish we had more time, but please keep it up. We need you. We need people like you educating these students.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, Americans are tired and frustrated by a stalling economy, inflation, endless wars, and the relentless assault on the values that made America great. Thankfully, there's companies like Patriot Mobile that still believe in America and our Constitution. Patriot Mobile is a proud supporter of this show, and we're proud to partner with them as well. They're on the front lines fighting for the First and Second Amendments, the sanctity of life, and supporting our military and first responder heroes. Support conservative causes and put America first with every call you make, all while getting the same nationwide coverage as the major providers. Patriot Mobile has all 3 networks, and it's why they can back their service with a coverage guarantee. Their 100% U.S.-based customer service team will help you find the best plan for your needs. Keep your phone, keep your number, or upgrade. Just go to patriotmobile.com/RAV or call 972-PATRIOT. Get a free month when you use the offer code RAV today. Don't be fooled by other providers pretending to share your values. Join all of us in supporting the only one that actually lives lives by them. That's patriotmobile.com/RAV or call 972-PATRIOT right there on the bottom of your screen for a free month today. Well, we'll be right back with more news of the day after a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere.